Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Carnation Crafts TV. I'm Laura. We have Bunny next door. Right, today this is the second show of today. Now, this show we are doing Crafters Select. Now, we're not doing a specific one. You'll see we've got a variety of different design team samples here. So what we're doing, you have got a QR code there that you can see right on the bottom of the screen that you can scan, or you can go to the drop down menu in Dies and click on Crafter Select on there, and that's going to take you to, there's more than 10 on there. We don't have a specific number, but there is more than 10, so there's a good choice on that, and we have got them on a special price. Is that going to go, is the price going up at midnight tonight? At midnight tonight the price will go back up, so these are on offer for you for today only. Okay, so we do have card shapes, like you can see here. Woven and Cloud, this one is. So this one's a set. I'm just going to grab this one as well so we can show you that you can see. Now, the idea with this one, I adored this set, is you can pop, so the little gaps that you have in between here, you can pop your flowers in, or you could pop different things in there, but you can add them into the card. And then the same with the cloud, you have got the gaps there that you can go in just like these and tuck those flowers into the cloud, so you could build your scene up. Now you can do that with like hot air balloons. There's so many different ways that you could use them, but you can add, you've got the two of those designs. I love the shape of that. I just like that as a matte layer on a card. It looks so lovely. And again, the same with the cloud, just as a background, you could build your scene up at the bottom and it looks amazing. So that's the first one we're going to look at. The second one, we'll do that one because it's right here next to there. We've got Perfect Pups and Cutest of Kittens as well. We might have a sample of the cat one that we can show you. Oh, there's one here. So you can see you've got your pups and you have those kittens as well. Look how cute they are. Really pretty. So you've got the kittens and you've got the pups. Now we've also got Prehistoric Friends. I adored this set when this came out. I think it's so fun. It's so lovely to use. You've got different elements. Do you get the mice with them? So in the bundle you get the two Roaring Celebrations, which is the dinosaurs, and then you get two cave mice and the cake, rock cake. So you can see it, your two little cave mice and your rock cake there as well to bring in to your scenes. They are just, I absolutely love them. I love the detail in them, and I love that they're not too cartoony, if that makes sense. No, it's like they're not. Like you could use that, and I've seen pictures that people posted in the Carnation groups of people using them for adult cards, you know, especially if you're into, like, you know, certain films, and they look so good. But then they equally look so great as well for children's cards as well, like that. You can decorate them, put the party hat and the bags on them as well. Right, then Naughty Pets we have for you next. Now this one you get two different poses of the cats, and you get two dogs in this one. So you get a dog's head and a dog posing, and you get two different poses on the cats as well. So you can see one of them there, he's like lying down, he's knocking something over. The other one you've got climbing, so it looks as if he's ripping, and then you get the two dogs. But we have got boards, okay, so I'm going to show you exactly what they look like, but just to give you an idea of what they look like and what we have as well. Then should we go here next? So this one is celebrating Dad. Now this again comes in a set, so you've got the actual card that this is made from, between the lines card shape, that you will use in so many different ways for so many different occasions. It almost looks like a book, as if you've purposely cut out pages and left meaningful sentences in the page. So you've got that page like book, and then you've also got in his element then, so you've got the Dad. I'm just going to open it so you can see. You've got the Dad look sat at his tool bench. It could be a workbench. You get different accessories in there to build that scene up that you can decorate these with. Now the lovely thing with this as well is you get, it sounds so odd, but you get different heads that you can pop on the Dad. So you've got bald ones, you've got blonde hair, brown hair, longer hair, shorter hair, different colour skin tones as well, and they so easily interchange, so you can really make them personal to who you're gifting these cards to. I think we've covered all the ones that we've got here, haven't we? Ah, you can see one of the dogs. Should I turn it a bit? So, there you go. Knock everything else over, but I turned the card that you were looking at. There you go. Right, you have a look at him, and I'll go and grab the board so we can see all of the dies that we have on the show, because there's so many on here, and I think it's so nice to look through the board though, so you can see exactly what it is that comes in each set, because they can all look so different. Right, so this one we've got new Post. I was just looking, I don't think we've got any sample. We don't. So this, it's a bit hard to explain, isn't it? It's like a sort of, yeah, it's like a social media post. Like if you look at that, it kind of comes to life a bit better. So you can pop these in, build up the card. You could pop in, you know, you can pop your own little messages into them if you wanted to. You do have, obviously that's the base. You have all of these and you can add in, but then you also have, which I think is amazing with this, let's just move them, your posts or your messages, which just look amazing. You know, have a great day today, wishing you a speedy recovery, you're doing so well, hope you have an amazing time, welcome home, happy anniversary forever and always. You've got posts that have been done, and then you've also got like your nan, your husband, your grandparents, so you can build them up yourself. You know, you've got your mum and dad, your best friend, your partner, your wife, your granddad, your family. So you've got all of these you can build into that scene on the front of your card to build up the post that would be on the front. So you can mix and match these up as well. So you could add these under them or on top. So there's just lots of different ways that you can mix and match that one up and use them differently. So that's number one. Then we go on to our Perfect Pups. I absolutely love that. I think it's just so cute. So we've got the pups that you can see. Now you've got so many on there as well, so many different breeds. Look. Oh, they're just so cute. So yes, everybody's best friend, you can see the size, they match perfectly, so you can mix and match them up with them, which obviously is just perfect. But look at them, they are just, look at his little ear. It's so cute, they are absolutely adorable. Look at little tongues. Again, so many different breeds in there as well. Isn't there like some different ones as well? Or was that, yeah. So you've got, so you can see them, each one matches in with the die, but you get different colorways as well for each one. So you can see like the Dalmatian is a Labrador, so the same one will mix and match. Now, one of the things I am going to say, because to this day I keep getting asked about these, there is a breakdown of each breed on the website, and they match. It's the same with the Everyone's Best Friend. It tells you what breed is covered in there, so you can, you know, if you're looking for, you know, a Great Dane, it's going to say on there Great Dane because there he is, or Dalmatian, even though you might look at the dye and think it's a Labrador. It's both. So there is a breakdown on there of each breed, so you can see. But look. Oh. And then we go on to cutest kittens. So you can see what these look like. These are so cute. New Litters is the adult version, Bunny's telling me, and these again will size perfectly with those, so they will coordinate in perfectly. Look, oh, they're just so cute on there. And again, you've got the different colorways as well, so you can mix and match them up. So again, same dye, you're getting all of those different colorways to work with. So you can see they're just so detailed. They look fluffy, don't they? They just look so cute. So detailed. And the detail in the dyes as well. You can see all the little cut lines that adds that texture in. Considering as well, they're, you know, they are the puppies and the kittens, so they are on the smaller scale. They're still incredibly detailed. Right, then we got on to Roaring Celebration. Now this one is the set. So you're going to get the Roaring Celebration with the... Oh, have we not got... Oh yeah, Cave Mice. I thought it wasn't there, but it is there. No, we don't want that. Let me pop that one there, otherwise I'll keep showing it. It's the other one was over there. Right, so you can see how you can bring I absolutely love it. It's so detailed. Now you've got, the amazing thing with this is you've got the palm tree, you've got the rockery, you've got all of your scene building elements in this, so it works really, really well. You've got the party accessories as well, so you can decorate the dinosaurs like that one. So you can make these into party dinosaurs. So, but like I said, you know, I've seen people post in the Carnation group where they've made them look, you know, like more adult dinosaurs. So you can really mix and match these up. So you can see the dinosaurs you're getting. Again, such a lovely size on these as well. They're not too small and they do work perfectly. I know the one we showed you at the start with Prehistoric Friends, which is on the card that I just showed you. So you can see you can use them together because they are kind of like, it's like the little baby version. So you could mix, you can add them in together, couldn't you, and be like the little baby versions. So you can mix and match those up. And then you're also going to get in that set the cave mice. So you've got the two different cave mice and the rock cake as well, which I love them. I think they are so cute in a little outfit. So you've got them there as well to build into those scenes. So lots that you can do with that one. Right, so then this one is Through the Cloud and Fine Weave. So this was the one I showed you right at the very start. So we've got this one. Grab one of the other ones. Right, so you can, let me do the cloud first. So this one, you can see you can add in those clouds. This one was one I did in the show. So what I've done with this one, just to show you, what I did was I cut out each layer, and then as I've cut out each layer, I've just formed each layer up and tucked, I'm not going to be able to show it, tucked the flowers into each layer, which is what it's been designed. So just you could tuck hot air balloon in there. You could tuck, maybe you're gonna put like the stork carrying the baby. You can put so much into these and decorate them. Equally, use them just for your card bases and build them up. They look so pretty. I think they're perfect for baby cards, christening cards, even sympathy cards. I think they look so well. And then you're also gonna get the fine weave. Now again, the idea on this one is that you're going to tuck your florals in, but again, so many different ways that you can use it. Like this one has been tucked in the top, this one has been tucked in to the sides. I know when I was demoing this, one of the things that I was, right Bunny, I'm going to test your knowledge now. Where did these Floral Whispers, that's it. So this, when these came out, I used this one. So when you cut this, can you see you've got those little holes that are just in the design of where obviously they are overlapping. So what I did was I popped those flowers in those holes and had them stood up because they'll fit in those little holes. So you could just pop those in and have them stood up that way. So instead of actually weaving them into those, you could pop them into there. So there's lots of different ways you can use that. Think of how many florals you may have at home already. You know, you've got your card, you've got your base, you've got your matte layers. All you need to do is just add those florals in and then just pop a sentiment on there and your card is complete. So lots of different ways of using that one. Right, then we have Celebrating Dad. So you're going to get In His Element in this set. So this is the one you can see where he sat there at the desk. It could be, you know, his office, it could be a workshop, it could be so many different things that you could build. It could be, oh, Bunny's getting in the Christmas mood. Bunny's just said you could put a little Christmas hat on him and he could be wrapping Christmas presents. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, so you've got all your scene building elements. You can build the scene up with these. Your shelves, your clock, you've got your lamps. So building up how you want this to look. You know, you've got pens there if it's more maybe drawing or painting, anything like that. Now, the collar on this, you can see the collar comes higher than what these look. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut across the top of that collar, and then the neck part of these glues to that collar. So you just line the little, there's a little die mark, there's a little cut line on that, and then that folds under. So that you've got a little cut line there, just on his neck. And then once you've cut across there like that, just put a bit of glue on there, and then that just sits under there. So as soon as that goes on, so you've got 3 different options of a hairstyle there, but then you've also got these. Now I will say as well, these are not the whole collection of colours, because you've got the one with the longer hair, one with the shorter hair, and the bald in every colourway. So this is only showing you the short hair and the bald. You've still got that longer hairstyle in each one of these colorways as well. So there's an extra one on each one of these to have. So it's not showing you a lot. So you've got so many different colorways on there. Then you're also going to get between the lines card shape in here as well. This is such a unique die. It's going to give you like a book effect with this. So it looks as if you've opened a page of a book. You know, you've read a uplifting sentiment or a sentence, and you've gone in and just snipped away all the rest of the book page, and you've just left in those words that mean something to you or that just speak to you. So you've just got those little bits in that you've left in. The rest of the page you've cut away, and then you can build in your scene in there just like that one. Or you could completely have it just as a card. you know, but the thing I like about this, even though it came with, you know, kind of Father's Day in mind, the wording that you can have on this, you could use all year round. So you've got ready for anything, you've got comedic, you've got problem solving, strong, peace bringing, doting, and you've got, so these are different for every single one of them. You've got some that are kind of a bit blurred, so you could put those behind these to make it look as if you've got pages further back. And then you've got smaller ones here as well, so you could snip into these, you could pop them on the side, or maybe you can snip that top bit off, add that bit there, add this bit here, so you can mix and match those up. Then you've also got intellectual, creative, hard-working, and supporting as well. So you've got so many different ways that you can use these, you know, not just for Father's Day, they could be for birthdays. There's so many ways you could use it. Like a special way of seeing the world with an inspiring creative spark, a warm and adventurous spirit, a bright nature around him. You know, you've got unique, inspiring, artistic, original, resourceful, creative, clever, thoughtful. So, you know, you can use them absolutely all year round. They are going to be brilliant for Father's Day, but just absolutely any occasion. And I always say mail cards are always the worst cards to make. Let's pop that there. Right, let's do the dinosaurs first. Let me just move these so I got a bit of room, and I'll put them in the box. Otherwise, Bunny will shout at me for messing up his studio. Right. Let's do this. Ooh. Right, so we're going to start with our dinosaurs first. So we're going to use the practically prehistoric and the cave mice. Right, so let me just check that's the right way. Right, let's add some foam tape on here. Right, so I've got a sheet of A4 craft card. I've folded that in half, and that's given us our card base. Then I've cut out a layer of black cardstock to go on top of that, and then I've popped one of my circle dies on the top part of it to give me that aperture in the mat. So I've got that there, and then I've done the exact same thing then with perfect papers. So I've got a sheet then of perfect paper to go on top. So I'm just gonna pull this off of here, and then this will fit on my card base then. So if I pop that on there, and that's just going to go on there like that. Let's get our glue out. I want to pop this down. Right, let's pop that on there, and then we can bring in some of our dies. So you've got in here, I think these, one of the lovely things about this set is it's everything you need. You've got your rockery, you've got your palm trees, so you've got your scene building elements, but then you've also got in there the focal point as well. It's such a lovely, it's a big set as well. So you've got, look, oh, I adore these. I think they are so nice. Right, so let's build up our scene. So I've got some of the rockery, I've got some of the palm trees, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the scene up, but what I essentially want is I want him for there, and him there. So I've flipped him round so that they're kind of they're kind of looking at each other, so we're going to do that. Right, now before I do anything else, I'm going to grab my scissors. Now you've got cut lines in here, like you would with all your dies. Like you can see, I can just pop my scissors straight under his arm, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to snip those little lines. So I'm not fussy cutting, I'm just cutting away the little bits that are holding that into place. And then I'm just going to do another one there just to make sure. So I've cut that now, so now I can, you can see, you can put something there now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the gift bag, because you even get the little gift bag in the set as well. So all of the party accessories you've seen on the samples, they are included in that die set. It's such a standalone die set. You know, you've got the background pieces, you've got the focal point, you've got the extra embellishments to add into there as well. It's everything that you need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that there like that, and then just tape that down. So he looks now as if he's holding that little bag. Look at him, there's the claws holding on. Yeah, it's so lovely. So we've got that there. Right, so he's going to stand about there, and he's going to go about there. So let's decorate this side first. And just grab some glue. So I'm just going to, hang on, I got a big blob of glue stuck on my bottle. Let's get rid of that. There you go. Right, so we're going to pop this about there. So I'll put that there. And then what I do is, when I know, like I know I want him there, so just pin flare will be your best friend for this, because you can just go in and add little bits in, or you can pull it. You know, you've got time to go in and move things around, which is what we want. So I'm going to add this, and then because the bottom of this tree is going to be covered by the rock, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lift that up, and I'm going to cut that side off of the tree, and then I'm going to tuck that there like that, so that tree looks a lot taller now than what it actually is. So now when I put that there, you can see the tree just looks a lot bigger now than what it is. So he is gonna go there. Now this one, I've cut that, you can see how I've just cut that away from there. And I think what I'm gonna do is stick that there like that, so it's got something in the back. Right, so let's stick this side down first. So I'm going to stick this one down, and I'm going to stick this kind of upside down to give it, just so it looks a little bit different to the other side. So I'm going to pop that down, and then let's pop a little T-Rex down. And then this one is going to go about there. So never be afraid to go in and cut these up, because these now to me look like 3 different rock pieces, but it's still the same one. I've only used that one rock piece in this. And this one is gonna go just behind him to break that bit up. So I'm just going to tuck that in there like that. And then also, as if they haven't thought about absolutely everything, got your little bit of grass in there as well. So for those grounding elements, you've got even got them in there. Now that there is not a collection with, you know, bear with. You can pop that absolutely anywhere, couldn't you? And it just works. You know, same with the kittens, like, I know that's the puppies, but you could bring that in with absolutely anything and it would just work so well. So all of those characters that you might have, or any of the mice, you know, you've got this grounding element that you could use with absolutely anything at all. That is just going to go over there. So pop that in there. And then we're going to do the same thing with this one. But before I stick him down, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of the party hats. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue just on the bottom of the hat. And then what we're going to do is pop his hat. How cute is that? They're so nice. That could go on the mice as well, couldn't it? Yeah, the dogs. You could pop these on absolutely anything. Party bag in that set as well. You've also got like one of the, what are they called? Like party blowers? Is that what they're called? They're like really annoying things that you blow and they make a noise and go. Brrr. Is that what they're called? Party blower? I feel like they've got a proper name. A party blower. Oh, she's going to have a check. Right, in that set, you've also got the sentiment in there as well. So I've cut this out already. You've got practically prehistoric, and I've just done that in black because I wanted this to match in with the mats and layers on the background. Oh, so Bunny's just checked, and it is called a party blower. I don't know why. I felt like it's got like an unusual name, like, you know. I felt like it was one of those things where you just call it something obvious, but then you find out it's got like a really unusual name. Yeah. No, apparently party blower it is. Don't think I've said party blower so many times in my life. Right, let's glue this down. So I've got the mat then. So you've got that there in the set. Mark's just come in. Do you know what I thought he was going to do then? No, I thought he was going to open the door and just blow a party blower. Right, let's do this. So I got practically prehistoric. It's just going to sit there like that. So you've got our lovely dinosaurs. I love them. I think they're like the perfect style of realism and cute. Like they're not too scary, but they're not too cute either. They're just, yeah, they're just the right style of both. I think they just work so well. And dinosaurs as well, like they're never going to go out of fashion, are they? There's never going to be a trend. Dinosaurs are always there. Yes, right, let me just pop this glue on there so that doesn't dry up. And I'm going to grab some more samples. So, well, I got two here that are the dinosaurs ones, so we'll do these ones first. So this is the other dinosaur that you get in the set. So you do get the three. I cannot remember for the life of me what they're called. Obviously, I know the T-Rex is a T-Rex. I want to say it's a... Triceratops. So you've got the Triceratops, the Brachiosaurus, and the T-Rex. So those are your three dinosaurs that come in the set. But then you've also got in there those grounding elements, and that's such a perfect way of showing as well. Like just that Triceratops on that card, and you've just got that little bit of grass there with the floral in, just that grounding element, and it just makes it work so well. So you've got the three dinosaurs, you've also got the party accessories as well. So you've got the hat, the bag, you've got the party blower, you've got the symbols and elements as well that we just used. So it's such, I feel like it's such a complete set just on its own. Like you don't need to add in anything else with it. You can if you want, but you don't need to. You've got everything you need there. And in the set as well, you also get the cave mice, which I think work so well with it too. I'm going to grab the one that we've got over there so we can show that one, because that does have the cave mice in as well. So you've got the cave mice and you get the rock cake in there. So you've got your two little cave mice, and then you've got that rock cake, which I just think is so cute as well. Such a nice touch, having the little rock cake added in too. So you can really see how they all come together really well. And then you've got prehistoric friends there as well. So if you've already got that set at home already and you want to add this in, you can see how they size next to each other. So it does, like, you could imagine, you can make that could be like a Mother's Day or a Father's Day card, or you could use them in so many different ways. So we've got that one. Then let's have a look at the cutest kitten. I'm just going to put this back while we're looking at that one, so Bunny doesn't shout at me. I know he will, I know. So we've got the cutest kittens, which again is sized down as well. So they do look like kittens in proportion to... she can't remember. The adult cats, they are in proportion to them. So, so they will work with that. I've got a puppy one I can show you. Feline friends, that's the one. So they will work in proportion with them. And we've also got the same then with the pups. So you can see there exactly how they'll size up, how they size down compared to the adult version. I'm just going to show you this one as well, because look. Oh, it's their ears. They're so cute with a little ear dropping. Oh, but you can see like that popped on the card. You can see how they are sized, so they look like puppies in proportion. Then we have Woven and Cloud. Now these are the woven ones, just so you get an idea of different ways that you can use these. You can use them, I think they're so nice as just mats and layers. You don't need to add anything in. But the idea with these is you could weave in your florals to build your card. So you've got your card, you've got that lovely frame, and you could pop flowers all the way down and you'd have your complete card. Different ways that you could use them as well. And you get the cloud as well. So you have the two different designs on there. Same idea with this one. You can tuck your flowers in. So you've got your clouds, and then you're just going to tuck those flowers in each layer, and you can build them up like that. So you can see they cut from there to here, they'll cut, but then they stay together on the outside. So you've got that gap there to pop those in. And then my last one, you have Celebrating Dad. This one you've got the card shape that you can see there, which is that book style. You get different options as well of the wording that you want to pop in there, so you can mix and match that up. And then you've got that lovely scene in there with the dad sat down at his desk. It could be I know Bunny said you could put the Santa hat on him, he could be wrapping presents. You've got different ways of mixing and matching that one up. Alright, let me grab. Ooh, all the little bits don't want to come out. No. Right, no, we're gonna go with, we are actually going to use the one that we just showed you. Lovely. Right, now, this one, I need, I'm not going to be able to tell you now because, oh, I am. Right, so for this one, okay, we've cut out, so you're going to cut out your wording, okay, to start off with, because I am using it as a card. Okay, so the idea, like I said, was it's like a book. So for me, I wanted to try and get different layers in there. So what I've done is I've cut out the page, okay, and this one is in between the lines. Now I've cut this out with the wording on, and then I've cut it out again just in white cardstock, so it's just, there's nothing on it, it's just going to be there to support this, because this is going to go on the front of that, so it's almost like a little shadow box style. So it's going to be like that. Okay, so to do this, if you want to do this at home, I'll post the measurements if you want into our Carnation group, so you don't have to try and remember it. But it's 14 centimeters wide, and you're going to score at 1 centimeter, 2.5, then 11.5 and 13, and then the length of it is just the same length as the die, which is just over 15.5. Okay, so right, so I've cut out this sheet of card, scored it, so I've got the side and the back of the card ready to go. Now before I do anything else, I've got my mat and layer that is going to go in the back. So let's pop this in. So we've just got some brown card, and this is just going to sit in the center there, and then some white card, and that's going to go there like that. Right, so that's going to be the back, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add our elements on the top. Okay, so what I like to do when I'm doing this is just grab, it doesn't matter which one, but just grab one so that you can kind of hold, because if I look at that and I think, right, I'm going to pop my shelf there, and I'm going to put the clock, oh, not on my nail, there. But then when I put that there, you know, I might think, oh, actually, I just want to move that down a bit, or I just want to move that a little bit. So just have one cut out already so before you stick anything, just so you can kind of gauge where you want things to go, okay? So I'm just going to put some glue there for a minute. Right, so we're going with our clock. And then see if I pop that there now. So I know I'm going to just pop that there so you can kind of see it on both. And then this, I'm going to bring this down a bit. So I'm going to pop some glue on there. And then pop that there. So you can see that a bit more. Right, so I've got those in. And then what I'm going to do next is, now those measurements, I've done the exact same thing on some acetate, okay? But for this one, I've only done one tab. So can you see I've only got one side? You can see that, can't you? So for this one, grab some tape. What we're going to do is add some red liner tape down here. Now, red liner tape is your best friend when you are using acetate. This will hold it in place here. So I'm just going to add one down one side, and I'm going to add one down the other side. I'm only adding 2 strips because this is a thinner width red tape, okay? So I'm just going to add this down there. Alright, so I've done that. And then what I'm going to do, make sure that's folded in. So I'm just going to pop that on to there. Now this is shorter than that, okay? So when I pop that up, can you see how it's slightly shorter? So this is kind of my middle layer now. So let's do the same on this side. So just place that on that score line, and then you're just going to bring the card to the acetate. So now I've got that window in the center. And right now, let's open that up. So before I stick anything else down, we're going to stick our dad on there like that now. So he looks as if he is in front of that background. So I'm just going to pop him on with glue for speed. So me using the tape. If I was doing this, I'd use red liner tape to pop him down. I'm just going to use a bit of glue and pop him on there like that. And then now this for me is the fun bit, because you can decide now. So I've kind of got my base of my scene in. So if I just place that roughly there, so I know where that wording is. Now, what I'm going to do is go in and add in all those extra accessory bits. So what you can do now is really go in and just build up that scene. So what you can do now, I've got these drawers. Now I'm going to add these in. And I'm going to pop them there like that. So they look as if they're under the desk. The lamp, I'm going to add that in there like that, so it looks as if that's on the desk. So you can see we've got like different layers in there now, and then you can just keep going in and play around with these. Now, one of the things I like to do is you can go in and add things. We're gonna get that on. It's stuck to my tweezers. Right, let's try again. Hang on. I go upside down. Can you see now I've glued that to the inside of the acetate. So like this one's on the top, that one's at the back, and it gives you the impression of that's further back than the lamp. So you can really go in and play around with these. I'm gonna add that there. So it looks like another little shelf up there. And then I'm going to add these tools to there like that. So that looks now as if that is in front of that. It looks much further back than what it actually is. So let's get some glue on here. And then we can add this front panel. Oh, we've had a message off Linda saying that she liked the dinosaur cat. Thank you, Linda. Oh, who's that, Pearl? Pearl has messaged saying it's nice to have a recap of what we can do with the die set. Thank you. Oh, that's a really nice way of looking at it as well, isn't it? Just a nice little reminder. Because if you're like me, I completely forget. Sometimes I forget what I was even... I walk into the kitchen sometimes and I'm like, what have I walked in here for? I'm terrible. Right, let me just hold that for a minute, just for that to dry. Just for it to grab. So we've got that front layer on there now. Now, if you wanted to go in even more, that little bit just won't stick. So what you could do is, let's add in the wording. So we've got this, and then the other thing you can do then, if you want to add in even more layers, is you could go in now with that separate wording and add those in different places too. So if I put that on there now, which for me just brings the whole thing together, doesn't it? It just works so well. So that's going to sit on there. So we've got our little box, and then what you can do then, obviously leave it dry, but what you can do is bring in then, so the words that you get, I've just gone in and snipped into them. And then you could add these. So anywhere where you just want to add in a little something extra, or like a little gap that you just want to fill in. Bring that in. And then you've got there. they just build up so lovely, don't they, with those books. And then the other thing you could do is add in, if you wanted to, these types, the pages where they're blurred, you know, you could pop those behind in those gaps, so it looks like the page is behind is blurry, so you could add those in as well to add even more layers into that. But I love this one. I think it's such a usable one. And when you add it, when you look at it like that, with no, you know, Happy Father's Day on, then they work so well, because that could be for just a father's birthday, or just a thinking of you. It could be for any occasion at all that you could mix and match that up. Do you know, it could even be, do you know the festive feast? You could put the festive feast in front of him, so he looks as if he's sitting down ready to tuck into his Christmas dinner. Or you could put, you know, some of the beer bottles next to him, or, you know, so it looks as if he's sat at a table instead of at a desk. There's so many different ways that you can mix and match that one up. I think it's such a lovely one. But that does bring us to the end of our second show for today. So I hope you've enjoyed that show. We've gone over a couple of different crafters selects there for you. Don't forget that they are on offer for you for today only. Okay, so you've got the QR code, and you can either go to dies in the drop down menu and click on crafter select, and you'll see all of the dies that we've gone over in the show there ready for you. We are going to be back at 2 with Enveloped in Filigree at 2 o'clock. So hopefully you go and grab your lunch and then come back and join us again at 2, okay?